Hello, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm really excited to share with you how I was able to use the tools that are provided in this business to get started, making income, helping other people, book amazing vacations, and even traveling myself, and how I was able to generate profits of over $40,000 actually working this business part-time from home. So to get started, my name is Mary Eccles, and I am 27 years old now as of me making this video. I'm a mom to three and also a wife. My children are 10, 5, and 2. Before starting this business, I was studying at Malcolm X College for a degree in nursing. I actually dropped out of college around 2015 because I really love the platform of entrepreneurship and network marketing and wanted to get deeper into it. Um, Before dropping out of college, I was working two jobs and going to school. And one of the reasons I did decide to drop out of college was because my travel business started to earn me enough income that I could let one of my second job, I could let my second job go. So to me, that really spoke volumes on what I should be focusing on more. I worked full time as a patient care technician at one of the top hospitals here in Chicago for 4 years before being laid off in February of 2016 after having my third child. She was about 6 months old then. And when most people get fired from a job, that's a really scary moment. They have to worry about whether they're going to get unemployment, where they're going to get that, their stream of income from, and all of those things. And I didn't have any of those worries. I literally was able to make the choice if I wanted to go and find a job or just focus solely on my business. And I chose to focus solely on my business. So going from 2015 going into 2016, I ended up servicing over 500 travel clients. I also, in 2016, took some of the money that I was already making from the travel business and invested in my first party venue, pulling in an extra $4,800 a month from that, because of that investment that the travel business allowed me to make. So instead of getting another job, I just invested in another stream of income. Early in 2017, I achieved the rank of Executive Diamond with the company as well, servicing over 300 agents, with a team of over 300 agents, I'm sorry. Now, currently, in March of, like I said, March of 2016, I ended up purchasing my party venue and opening up. And like I said, it brings in an extra $4,800 a month now. So 2017 was definitely because of my actions in 2016 was a really great year of growth. And towards the end of this, I will show you what both of those incomes looks like for my household currently. Okay, so how did I get started and generate over $40,000 in profits working this opportunity part-time? Let's get into it. So once you get started, you do have to go through the certification process, which is included in the purchase price of the opportunity. So I completed the certification. It took me a week to do it. As you can see, it's 7 modules. It's really a great training. You really walk away feeling like you're ready to embark on this opportunity. So that was one of the things that I really, really loved about it. It took me a week to complete, but I have team members who say it only took them a day. Some, it only took them a couple days. Like I said, I'm a mom of 3, so it took me a week to get done. And it wasn't that it was so long and dragged out. It's just my kids don't believe in letting me sit and complete anything without them, right? So I had to pace myself. But once I was done, I did get my own certificate. That looks like this one. As you, the date below is because I've taken the certification several times. So don't pay that any attention. I've had this business for over 3 years now. But anyway, I completed the certification process. I got my certificate. I used my certificate as my first promotional tool to let people know that I was a certified travel professional and that I wanted to help them be able to book their vacations and take that stress and pressure off, right? Along with completing the certification process, the first step that I took to get my business going and get it out there was creating my own Facebook group. What I love about creating Facebook groups is it allows you, for one, to get your material in front of like-minded individuals. It allows you to build a community around your business and your brand, but it also allows you to become acquainted with individuals that you don't know. It allows you to have individuals in your group that can help you authentically grow it. So as you can see here, this group has over 1,900 members, but at the time of me creating a group, having over, at the time when I created it, I had over 1,600 members, but I only had about 1,200 friends. So my group was growing in spite of how many friends I was getting on Facebook. I had individuals inside of the group who were continuing to add people who they felt would like what I was posting, or could take advantage of some of the trips that I had going on, right? So that was really big for my business. It really was what helped me catapult and take off with attracting the type of clients that I did in the travel that I booked. So the first thing I did was create the Facebook group. And this is free marketing. Facebook doesn't charge you to create a group, right? The second thing I did was maximize the fact that I had my own travel portal, my own booking engine. So I put my booking engine website, and I did get my own URL instead of the one the company gave you. And I purchased it through GoDaddy. But anyway, I got my own URL, and I posted my website everywhere. I sent out emails letting people know that I had it, that it was powered by Priceline, and that I wanted them to test it out. And that was very effective. People that I knew who loved to travel but didn't personally feel like they needed a travel agent would go on my website, and they still do. They go on my website and book their travel. And I love it. It's a passive stream of income because they don't need me to complete the transaction. They're just going to the website that I own and booking their own travel. And because I'm the one who own it, I get paid for it. So I have lawyers, I have accountants who do a lot of traveling to meet clients who book their flights and hotels, and also do their family vacations from my website. And they just send me a text and let me know that they did, just to keep me updated on who's showing their support. And I love that. So I also use this to create packages, or to find packages to promote to my group and promote on my pages, because, people buy off price. Not unfortunately, but fortunately, people, when they see a deal, they're more inclined to inquire, right? So that's what I did. I started making marketing material based on the deals that I went on my website, and in some of the other vendors that we had, I would go on their website and just research for different deals and to post them. So here's an example of one of the deals that I did create. This is one for Las Vegas. It's $289 per person. I do less is more with my marketing material because I want people to inquire to me, and I'm in the process, and I want to build an email list. I want to capture leads to retarget market to them, right? So here's an example of one of the trips that I posted. And I keep it really simple. Las Vegas, $289 per person. What the package includes, I do not give flight details, just a little bit of what it includes. So this one had round trip nonstop flight from Chicago, a 3-star hotel on the Las Vegas Strip, and then I charge a $15 booking fee per person. That was not included in the price. And then I add a Google form to capture the information of the individuals who wanted to inquire privately, right? Because not everybody wants to say interested in the comments or go and email or inbox you. So I created a Google form to capture the leads. Here's an example of the Google form that I did, and you need a Google account to do this. But again, Google, you can easily go and create a Gmail to create a form like this. And the form is really simple, and I wish I would have gave a full view of it, but all I do is put the name of the trip, the price, the picture, and then first name and email at the bottom. So everybody who fills it out, I send them the itinerary that was created. I'm very careful on my marketing material to put price is subject to change, as you can see here at the bottom. And that is because I'm not pre-purchasing these packages. I'm just pre-researching them, right? So, if somebody was to inquire about it and the price changes, I'm able to inform them, and it's written in several different places that this price is not written in stone. Okay, so here's an example of the itinerary that I create, and I create the itinerary in the Google form before I post the trip, because it's like a sales funnel, and I'm learning to automate these things too. But anyway, so it's kind of like my little sales funnel, right? And so they fill out my form, I automatically send them the itinerary, and then they get to decide if they want to book this exact trip or if they want to request what they actually want. And most times that's what happens. The client they'll look at the itinerary, they'll like what I've chosen, and they'll say, okay, can you give that to me for these dates? So now it turns into a custom itinerary for the people who are interested in booking. Okay, so there are two ways that I make money with the travel business. The first one is through commissions, right? Now, commissions are paid out. Commissions are paid out first from the vendor, then to the host company, then to the travel agent. Okay, so give an example. If I booked a trip to Disney World, first Disney's going to pay the commission off of that trip to my host company, and then my host company is going to give me my 75% of the commission. Okay, commissions are paid out 30, 60 to 90, up to 120 days after a client travels. Some vendors will pay 2 weeks after the trip is paid in full, but it really varies on the vendor. And we have so many that we work with. It's really unpredictable. And as much as I love booking travel, I wanted to have more control over my time and my income. Okay, so the second way that I make money is booking/retainer fees. I train my team on how to do this as well. And these are amounts that are charged to hire me as their personal travel professional. It's used to secure my time that is required to service each client, and this fee does have to be paid up front to begin service. Now, the way it's charged, it varies based on the amount of people that are traveling. But what I love about this is my, lawyers do it. Now you see a lot of hairstylists doing it. It's a way to secure my time so that I don't get clients who are wasting my time, and you'll get that joining this opportunity. You'll have people who want to see if you're competitive, like it as though you own the airline and you can get such cheap flights, like they'll do things that waste your time, basically, to sum it all up. And you want to weed those individuals out. And that booking and the retainer fee allow me to really, really do that and really be focused and dedicate my time to the people who are really looking to hire my services and complete the deal, right? What I love about it also is with the booking and retainer fees alone, I'm able to generate between $500 to an extra $1,000 a month by themselves, because I'm always marketing, I'm always attracting clients, and I'm always getting people who are serious about doing booking a trip with me. Okay, so here's an example of what a commission from a vendor looks like, and this is based on the trip that I showed before, the Las Vegas. So that trip's total is $581. The commission for that trip is $21.38, right? So it's only a $500 trip. You're only going to make $21 off of it, and actually you're only going to make 75% of that 21. So whenever I'm booking travel and marketing a deal, I'm always thinking about how many people can I get to take that same vacation, not just booking one trip, and it's the same concept as if I was to, sell Gucci bags, or if I sold body butters, or if I sold, if I had a clothing store, anything, when you're selling products and you have a service that you want people to purchase from you, you want more people to purchase that from you. You're not just looking for one person to buy, right? So the results from this marketing were really amazing, especially because Las Vegas is a really popular destination, especially for first-time travelers. So this post in general got me, received 83 responses. I achieved 10 customers, which were 5 couples that booked the vacation deal. The total commission was $80.25. The total profits and booking fees was $150. So I earned $80.25 in commission from the vendors. And then up front, because I charged that $15 per person booking fee, I earned $150, right? So I didn't have to wait until they returned from their trip to make a little bit of money. I made something up front, and then I made something when they returned. And then in total for all 5 bookings, I earned $230.25. Okay, so that's one way that I generated profits. The second way is through group bookings. So an example is one of the weddings that I was hired for in 2015. So a young lady hired me in December of 2015 to help with her wedding. She had a party of 30 that were supposed to go with her. Now, at the end of everything, when everything was all paid in full, only 28 travelers actually went. We booked 14 rooms based on my 75% commission per room. Each room was $124.50. I did 14 rooms, so my commission for that was $1,743. Now, she did ask me to take care of the airfare as well, but we do not make commission on airfare. So I made sure to charge a $15 booking fee for each person who went on, who did the flight with me. Okay, so I earned $420 up front for her flight, and I'm also missing the fact that I also charged her a $1,000 retainer fee. As I think about this, I'm missing some income on here. But I charged her $1,000 as a retainer fee to do this trip for her. I allowed her to make a $250 deposit towards me to begin my services, and then the rest of the money had to be paid with her trip. Okay, so I earned $1,700 from the actual hotel. I earned $420 from them, from the whole group, for booking their flights, and then I earned $1,000 from the young lady who actually hired me to do the trip. So in total, I actually made $3,163 instead of $2,163. Okay. I also was hired in 2015 to handle a 2016 class reunion cruise. They did a 5-day Western Caribbean cruise. The expected number of people who were supposed to do this trip was 150, but only 78 travelers actually attended, which gave me 39 cabins. The total commission for this trip was $7,212.38. The host company paid me my 75% of that, which came out to $5,409.29. Okay, so definitely groups make you more money and you want to book more groups, but even with my marketing, I find a way to turn a $28 commission into something of $100 if I can. You can't predict what will happen, but you can put yourself in a position to make more happen out of small situations, right? Another thing that I leverage is, and something that they actually do not mention in our opportunity video anymore, is the fact that we have wholesale rates to condos and villas, and we have actually over 5,500 of them in over 105 different countries, that we could take advantage of the discounted price ourselves, or we can actually retail it out for additional income. And I like to retail them out for additional income. Here's an example of one in Mexico. It's an 8-day, 7-night vacation. It's a studio that sleeps 4 people. The retail price for it is $3,000 for the week, meaning that 4 people can occupy this studio for a week for $3,000. But we as travel agents have access to that same condo for the same week with the same amount of people for only $316. So I don't know why they don't mention it in the video, because this is a really great price point for us as business owners to use, right? So as a travel agent, we can take advantage of that $316, and that's our rate that we can travel for that, to that condo. But we can also retail the condo out, and the markup is 100% ours. So if we decided to charge an extra $1,000, we get to keep 100% of that. The company does not interfere with how much we retail the condos for. They do give us a commission control so that we can actually mark it up in real time for the value that would not go over the retail price. So here they're telling me that if I want to retail this out, do not charge more than $1,100. So here's an example of how I retail out the condos. I do favor US, just because when you're doing international, sometimes you have all-inclusive fees that are not included in the wholesale rate, which then you have to add to the price after you've marked it up, and it can get kind of tricky, and I don't like that drama. So I kind of stick to the US condos. Here's an example of one to Orlando, and I book a lot of the Orlando condos because I like to do affordable trips to Disney World, or just affordable Orlando vacations for my clients. So here's for Orlando. It's an 8-day, 7-night. Again, this one is a 2-bedroom. It sleeps 8 people. The retail price, based on our profit agility, is what the program is called, was $3,200. And then we had it for $759. I'm going to do my due diligence and research it in real time, because that inventory sometimes is not in real time, even though it's available in real time, but sometimes the rack rate is not in real time, it's averaged. Okay, so when I did the retail value and looked it up on Expedia, as well as the actual hotel website, it was retailing for $2,198. And I had it for $759. So I had a client who was looking to take her family to Orlando. She only had a family of 6, but I still wanted to show her this 2-bedroom condo because it was an amazing savings, and I thought it would be great for her. Now, this $759 is my rate. It's not the Publix rate. The Publix rate is $2,198. So I showed it to her, and I let her know if she wanted to get my rate, I would just only charge her $300, and that I would still save her over $1,100 on this condo. It's 2 bedrooms. It had a kitchen. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I do not give the condo's name because I do not want to interfere with the way they do business, right? She loved it. She was like, oh my goodness, yes, I want that. And we booked it. And then 10 minutes later, her sister called me and said, hey, you just booked a condo for my sister to Orlando. I would like to book that exact same condo. Okay. Her sister booked it. That's $600 there. Once I was done with her, she had a friend email me and say, hey, you just booked the condo for my friend. I'm looking to go different dates, but I want to book that same exact condo. I looked and saw what dates we had available that coincided with the month she wanted to go. And I sent it over to her, and she was like, I'll take it. So one booking ended up turning into 3 different bookings for me. And I ended up making $900 off of that one deal that I was marketing. Okay, so like I said before, marketing this deal, I attracted 1 client that referred me to others. So instead of selling 1 condo, I ended up selling 3. I charged each family $300, earning me $900 in profits that was 100% mine. And what I loved about this process was my clients, each one of those individuals still saved over $1,100 from doing business with me. And I still was able to make a few coins up front for helping them save that money. So not only am I able to make more money in the travel industry, but I'm also able to service people in the best way I can possible so that they are winning and so am I. So to give some results from my 2016, the total amount that I paid to get my business started was $99. Okay, the business does have a $79.95 a month overhead that takes care of the cost of your website, your access to the company's IATA and Clear number to do business directly with people like Disney and Southwest Vacations, which means that for the total year, your business costs $960. So the total cost for me to operate the business for a year is $1,059, which I was totally happy with because based on all the different ways you're able to make an income, with the opportunity, I was able to generate over $40,000. And if you minus my business cost, which was that $1,000, I took home $38,940, right? So it was worth $100. It was worth $79.95 a month to operate this business because of the different ways I was able to use it to make more money on a monthly basis. My number 1 perk that really stood out for me with the opportunity, especially when I was working 2 jobs and going to college, was the fact that 90% of what I needed to do for this business, I can do from my phone. So that's why it was so easy for me to let go of my second job, is because I could be at my first job and make an extra $500 while I was at work. I didn't even have to clock out and drive to my second job. I was doing it all through my travel business while at my main full-time job, right? And it started to help me. I was paying for college out of pocket, and it was really starting to fund that dream until I realized I was paying too much for education. Don't get me wrong, education is important, but I saw the potential. Let me just say that I saw the potential in entrepreneurship. Okay, so my 2017 results, because we are at the end of 2017 as I am making this presentation, I'm so excited to share this with you, is like I said, my travel business allowed me to invest in my current venue. It's been open for 7 months since opening in 2017. It averages about $4,800 a month. So with the 2 combined this year, I've generated $75,000 in income. And I like to show my little tips. These tips came from my clients. So this year, my clients have paid me over $308 in tips for my service. But in any case, I also want to stress the fact that this money that you see in my square does not include the money the company pays me for team building, and it does not include my travel commissions that are paid directly to me from the company. This income is actually just based on my booking, my booking and retainer fees, and then the cost of the money that's paid for me for my studio. So I actually made more than $75,000 this year, but this is just one income stream where I was able to generate $75,000 because I invested in this travel business. Am I saying this travel business is going to make you $75,000 a month? No. But I am showing you that it is possible. Depending on how you work the opportunity, you have a lot of options in front of you. You have the option to actually start your own travel group where you're setting up your own group trips throughout the year and generating money that way. So the options are endless. So that is it. That is how I was able to get started and do what I've done so far. If you have any questions or concerns, you can definitely either email me at info@trulyamazinglifestyle.com, or you can send me a text at 773-800. I thank you so much for taking time to view how I was able to get started and have the results that I've had so far. And I wish you the best. Have a great one.